This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Sunday, July 12th, 2026, in the morning. Today, we track the circular financing controversy surrounding NVIDIA and CoreWeave, the emergence of a distributed AI computing framework on Iroh, the challenge of China distilling Western AI models, and a breakdown of recent security vulnerabilities, including issues in CAPGO and OpenWRT. An investigative analysis has highlighted the complex financial web connecting NVIDIA, CoreWeave, and Nebius. The report details how a significant portion of NVIDIA's recent revenue growth is driven by massive GPU purchases made by firms like CoreWeave, which in turn are backed by financing that is essentially recycled from the capital expenditures of companies heavily invested in NVIDIA hardware. This circular financing structure raises questions about the long-term sustainability of the current GPU demand. While the market sees record-breaking demand, critics note that this liquidity loop may inflate the perceived size of the AI infrastructure market, masking the true end-user demand for large-scale compute. A discovery under the radar. Developers have launched a distributed AI computing framework called Mesh LLM. Built on the Iroh protocol, this system allows for decentralized peer-to-peer compute, bypassing the need for massive centralized data centers. By leveraging the low-latency networking capabilities of Iroh, Mesh LLM enables nodes to share the load of large model inference. This is a critical development for sovereign AI, as it suggests a future where high-performance model execution is not tethered to the infrastructure of big tech cloud providers, but distributed across smaller private clusters. Recent reports indicate that Chinese AI firms are successfully distilling models like Anthropic's Claude. Intelligence analysts suggest these companies are using sophisticated techniques to extract the underlying weights and logic of high-end Western models. Anthropic previously deployed surveillance-like software to unmask Chinese entities suspected of hijacking their technology, but public pressure led to its removal last week. This struggle underscores the difficulty of maintaining model security when the API-based inference model allows third parties to probe and replicate frontier AI capabilities. The security landscape is currently facing a high density of critical flaws. CAPGO is impacted by a series of high-severity vulnerabilities before version 12.12.128.2. These include an information disclosure flaw in the Supabase Postgres endpoint that allows attackers to steal financial and operational metrics, as well as a cross-organization account disruption risk that allows administrators to delete identities in foreign organizations. Separately, the OpenWRT Lucci web interface is suffering from a critical cross-site scripting vulnerability. By manipulating DHCP v6 hostnames, attackers can inject scripts into administrator browsers, potentially leading to full device takeover. Systems administrators should audit these endpoints immediately, as these flaws allow for both data theft and unauthorized administrative command execution. Community sentiment is currently driven by the fallout of large-scale infrastructure stress and the ongoing hunt for reliable, decentralized tools. First, sentiment among infrastructure engineers is souring as data centers continue to drive carbon emissions to record highs, with recent reports comparing big tech consumption to a significant portion of the total emissions of France. Second, database administrators are discussing the successful throughput scaling of PG Bouncer for ClickHouse, which has achieved a 4 times increase in efficiency, providing a much-needed performance boost for heavy Postgres workloads. Third, in the firmware community, the Harmonic Firmware Initiative is gaining traction as it attempts to standardize BIOS setups and power-on screens for RISC-V boards, mimicking the ease of use of the x86 ecosystem. Finally, the community remains alarmed by the nationwide blackouts in Cuba, which are serving as a grim case study for the fragility of power grids in the face of fuel shortages and aging infrastructure. Systems administrators are urged to prioritize automated patch management, as the current volume of specialized software vulnerabilities, particularly in remote management systems, remains too high for manual audit workflows.